And welcome to another edition of BCSN Sports Flash. Greg Franke with you here, and we have another sister duo, this time from Anthony Wayne. We've got Emily Ray and Kaitlyn Ray. And we've had Kaitlyn on before. She helped us out at our softball clinic this past summer and was an all-state pitcher for Anthony Wayne. And Emily plays volleyball and track at Anthony Wayne. And glad to have you guys in together. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
So it's real interesting. We were talking about your family dynamics a little bit here. Now, you're the oldest, Kaitlyn, so you're the role model of the family, right? You've got Emily, and you got two other younger brothers. Is that difficult, having that responsibility for three younger siblings?
I wouldn't say difficult. It's actually definitely a kind of a privilege. I mean, it's not like to the fact where it's hard. It's just that like you're the first one, so you've experienced it all first. So it's not like, I mean, there's pressure on you, but it's not too bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's a good way to put it. Privilege. I like that. Oh, it's got to be trying at times, I'm sure.
A little.
So did you look up to her for advice and things like when you were going to school, high school, like what am I going to expect here from when I go to Anthony Wayne and all that?
I mean, yeah, I go to her for advice sometimes. She's kind of a role model to me, I like her like because she leads the way, and then so she's the first to do everything, so I just follow whatever she does pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And then you got two little brothers that we'll probably be seeing on BCSN someday. So the two older sisters, two little brothers. What's the dynamic like around the Ray household with the kids?
Genuinely, we get along. I mean, me and my little brothers get along. She kind of butts heads with all of us.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, we all get along.
Now Jennifer Bronikowski, one of our volleyball commentators, said Emily Ray is one of the nicest young ladies I have ever coached. Now, how can you be butting heads with everybody if you're one of the? How can you butt heads with one of the nicest people that you're ever going to meet?
Probably because we live together.
Yeah, that'll do it to anybody.
True.
Yeah. So now, you both played volleyball, but you told me last year that maybe you were going to think about not playing volleyball to concentrate on the softball season. But then we came to a tournament game, and there you were in your volleyball uniform. What caused the change of heart? Just wanting to play with her one more year?
Yeah, kind of. And I guess I just kind of realized like a week or two before tryouts, like it was my last time to like ever get the chance to play. So I mean, I couldn't let that opportunity pass. So I was like, okay, why not? It's a few months, just do it. And so I did. Well,
when we saw each other at the softball clinic, I said those exact words to you. I always thought that it was that you thought about what I said. It's like, yeah, you know what, Mr. Franke, you might be right.
Yeah.
And that's why you played volleyball.
I definitely had your voice in the back of my head saying, okay, I have to play for Mr. Franke.
The other thing might have been, and I also told you that day, a chance to play for Norm McGee. I mean, now are you glad you availed yourself of that opportunity?
Yeah. He's a really cool guy. I liked him a lot.
Another one of our volleyball commentators. So were you glad to have her around the team for another year?
Yeah, it was nice. One more year with her.
No, she just liked me for the ride, so she didn't have to wait for her to go pick her up.
Well, speaking of that, I'm glad you mentioned that. You've got as we're speaking here today. Now, when people are watching this, it'll probably already be over, but you've got your driver's test tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Are you nervous about it?
Extremely nervous.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm probably going to fail, but...
No, you got to be positive.
I know. I'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, so hopefully you'll be a licensed driver very soon. Remember the good advice that you got from our other guests here, one of whom is Danny Shantz from Central Catholic Volleyball. We'll be hearing from her on another edition of this show. And it turns out you guys were best friends in preschool.
I guess so.
And you couldn't remember that?
We were like 4 years old. Yeah, my mom told me that, and I was like, oh, well, I guess we were friends. Yeah.
Well, the people change a lot between then and
yeah, I mean, you don't really recognize
your
them.
age now.
I know I've changed since I was 3 years old. So
that's right. Now you also do track and field, you said, and you have to make a difficult decision between playing club volleyball and competing indoor track. And you're going to do the indoor track this year?
Yeah, this year I'm doing indoor pretty much, and I'm hoping to get to the state tournament, but I have to qualify first.
So the 400 is your big event. 400. You do the 100 and the 200. What caused you to sort of focus on that particular event?
Well, in junior high, I focused on the 100 and 200 because I knew I couldn't do long distance. And then one day my coaches said, hey, maybe you should try the 400. And it turns out I was really good at it. And my time was 2 seconds away from the school record in junior high. So I just decided to do that, and I got better at it. And that's how I got into it.
But you said it's still kind of a sprint, though. It's not quite like the 1600 or the 3200 or anything like that. So you still have to kind of go all out. Even I would think that would be a little bit challenging to keep up that kind of a pace for that long.
Yeah, you kind of have to, I don't know, just pace yourself, but then you have to give it your all at the end. So
Yeah, the big
It's hard.
finish, right?
Yes, it's hard.
Now, I had a track coach that told me that if you have enough energy to make too good of a finish, too strong of a finish, that means you didn't pace yourself properly. Is that what your coaches tell you?
Yeah, usually I start off pretty strong, then see where I'm at, and then around the curve, just see where the other people are, and then at the end, I have to give it my all, even if I don't even have it.
But you decided not to play softball, so you guys can't play softball together.
Softball.
Now, is that true, the reason that was given to me?
Yeah, she was pretty bad, but she did save my butt a few times. Like, I remember in 10U, we were playing an indoor tournament up in a dome in Michigan, and I had a no-hitter going, and she saved my butt and made the play.
Caught a pop fly.
Got a pop fly so we could win the game and throw my first no-hitter.
We've been running a spot for years on BCSN where a player makes a great catch to preserve a no-hitter. So you actually did that?
Yes, I did that for her.
So what did you clean her room for a month after that or something?
I don't even remember. I was like 10 years old. She would have been like 7 or 8. It was so
Sounds like there's still a debt to be paid here. You might want to think about that.
I didn't even know what was going on. Everyone was congratulating me, and I didn't know why.
So what about you? The softball season, you guys look. The way that we first met was a tournament game at Springfield last year, and there was a tornado warning, and everybody went into the school to take shelter, and all of your players were out playing these games and having a great time, and I thought, I'll hang around with the coaches, you know. And there was one player from the team who was out there instead of in, with all the other, and it was you kind of getting ready for the game, and we got into interesting discussions, and that just was sort of your way of doing things. You had a big game, and you wanted to focus on it, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to focus, and they were all going nuts and playing. I don't even know what game they were playing. You walked in on them, and they were taking pictures, and I don't know what they were doing. They were acting all crazy, and I just wasn't having it. Like, we had to win, and I was like, okay, you guys go do your thing. I'll do my thing. But I'm glad we met, so I guess I ended up here.
As we talked about, everything was going perfect, and then it started raining again, and then they had to delay the game, and then it didn't go as well when they finished the game.
We're hoping for a win this year.
Yeah. So how does the team shape up this year?
I think we'll be young. We have a lot of new freshmen, but they're good. So I think it'll work out.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good season, hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only hope for that for my senior season.
So what are you doing right now to prepare for the season?
We just have indoor stuff. Like, we have pitching and catching, like with our pitching and catching coach. We actually just got our new one. I don't know if you remember Phil Kerfus, freshman year.
Sure.
He came back. He went to and coached at Perrysburg, and now he's back. And so we're happy for that because we need a pitching coach. And so we've got him back, and we've just been working inside, hitting, lifting, the routine.
You're still thinking about studying nursing once you get to college, is that right?
Yeah. Yep, still looking into that, hopefully.
What made you decide you wanted to do that?
I honestly don't know. It was just one day I was just kind of like, okay, let's try nursing. Yeah. And I mean, I liked it. I went and shadowed a nurse practitioner at the Toledo Hospital, Leah Seals. I went and shadowed her, and I really liked it. So. What
about you? What do you want to do? You think you got a little time yet to think about it?
Yeah,
but any particular academic interests?
I want to go in the medical field, but I don't really know. Something big, probably. I don't know.
That's what she says now.
Yeah.
Be a doctor.
A lot of work, and a lot of school.
So you can be a doctor and you can assist her on the operating table.
I hope she's not my boss. I hope not. I hope that never happens.
If I was a patient, I'd feel like I was in good hands at that happened. So
we'll see. Maybe one day.
All right. Well, hey, it's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to watching you in the track and field season and you in the softball season, and hopefully getting you on as a color commentator now that I know you're going to be around and you're going to still have opportunity to do that. So thanks for being with us here tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Kaitlyn and Emily Ray on our BCSN Sports Flash. Greg Franke saying so long.